Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my current favourite beauty products as well as a few outside of beauty products. So I hope you guys enjoy. This isn't just dedicated to 1 month. These are things I've been loving for the past few months. So I thought I would let you guys know about them. So first off, I'm going to start with a perfume. It's the Nicki Minaj, I think it's Pink Friday perfume. It's such a cute bottle. A lot of people said that the bottle is kind of creepy. I like it. I think it's awesome. I like that it stands up because some of my other ones don't actually stand up and I have to lean them on their sides. I feel like if you're a fan of Versace's Bright Crystal, I think you would like this. It's very hard to explain the scent because I'm not great, but it is sweet, I would say. So yeah, I love this. It's been my go-to, especially since I don't have my Bright Crystal at the moment. Have been loving this. Next, I have a few skincare items that I have really been liking. Now, I don't have a set skincare routine. I basically just get what I can and use it on my face, and if it doesn't work out, no big deal. I wear makeup so it doesn't show too much, and I eat bad food anyway, so I kind of think that that kind of just counteracts any skincare. But I have seen major improvements since I was a teenager, and I feel like it's because I have started using at least a few items, like skincare type items. These ones I've been liking for a long time now. Like, I feel like it's been like a few months. So the first one is a sample size. I have 2 samples in my skincare-ish, like my favorites. This is a Revlon Age Defying DNA Advantage Face Serum. I find this like really brightens my skin. It kind of calms all the redness as well, and it just feels so smooth and cooling, and it's kind of got a relaxing type scent. I really like applying this, and I like seeing the results with this. If I use this consistently over, like, say the span of 4 or 5 days, I will see a massive improvement in skin texture, as well as hyperpigmentations. All the redness and stuff goes down quite a bit. Any pimples I have, like, the redness just goes away. So I have been loving this, but I'm almost out, so I might have to buy the full size of this one. I mean, it's Revlon, so it can't be too expensive, right? Although we live in Australia. Well, I live in Australia, so I might buy the full size of this because I've really been liking it, but hopefully it's not too expensive. Next is another sample size, and I'm actually out of this. It sounds like, oh, I might get a couple more sprays out of it. It's the U Thermal by, well, basically it's a thermal spring water by Avene, and I've got the sample size here. I've seen the full size in store so many times. I've gone to buy it so many times, and it's only $20, so it's awesome. And the full size is like double this basically, or like maybe 1.5. It is massive, and this is one of the best sprays I've ever tried. It's so cooling, and it just leaves my skin feeling really soft. I really like it. Especially since we're coming into spring. Well, we are in spring, we're coming into summer. I feel like I should probably purchase the full size because it'll just feel so good after like a really hot day. Come in and be able to spray this, and maybe if you've gotten a little red in the face as well from the heat, which I find sometimes, this cools it down, and it just, I don't know, it just leaves my skin so soft as well. So nice and hydrated too. It's a really good product. I really have been liking that. Next are a couple of masks that I have been doing. I don't do them all the time. I will do 1 mask or 1 to 2 masks every week when I can be bothered. So I have these 2 here. The first one is, I think, a well-known one. It is a mud mask by Formula 10.0.6. And it is called the Deep Down Detox Ultra Cleansing Mud Mask. It kind of stings, I'll admit, but a lot of people have said that it stings, so I just kind of think that that's something that you get with this. It says to use 1 to 3 times per week, but honestly, I don't always go for this one anyway. So I have been liking this. I feel like it extracts a little bit from my pores. It doesn't make a massive difference to my pores, but I have really been liking using this. And afterwards, I find too, after you remove the mask with like a cloth, a warm cloth, it leaves your skin nice and like hydrated. It's really hard to explain, but even though it's a mud mask and it's extracting all the badness in your skin, it to me isn't that like drying, and I've got dry skin, so I quite like this mask, and I feel like because it does kind of sting a little, it's doing something. And then this one's kind of weird, and I feel like I'm kind of biased with this one just because it is a peel off mask, and I think that is the coolest thing. So you take, again, a light layer, put it all over your problem areas or all over the face like I do, and when it dries you can just peel it off. It's crazy how it works. It's very cooling. Again, really liking cooling effect type products, and it smells really herbally, like really nice. I don't know, I just feel like it's really cooling. It's, again, like a hydrating mask, even though it's supposed to get rid of like dead stuff or badness in your pores. And I feel like I haven't seen a big difference with this compared to the mud mask. But I love the fact that it's a peel off mask, and it smells good, and it's very, very cooling on the skin. It does leave your skin feeling quite soft afterwards. I think you're supposed to apply a moisturizer after you use this one as well. I know you're supposed to with the Deep Down mud mask, but I think you're supposed to apply it after this as well, and I haven't really been doing that, so whoops. But yeah, I've really been liking this, and if you're one of those people that love like peeling off, say like pore strips, or just peeling anything off, it sounds really bad, but I love that. I love this. So now I will talk about some beauty products that I've been loving, and then I'm going to move on to some extras. So one beauty product I wanted to mention, and I didn't think I would like these as much as I have, and they are false lashes. Now, I haven't got any on at the moment, but I did have some on today. I've just been wearing them so often, and I don't like, they're such simple eyelashes, but they just look so good on. They're very elongating, so I don't know if you can really see on camera, but they're very like natural looking. I think they're so easy to apply, and they just look so good on. And normally I stick to lashes only on special occasions, but recently, if I get a chance, I will wear these like during the day or whatever. Love them. Next is something that I kind of knew I would like anyway. It is a highlighter by W7, and I've been wanting to pick this up for such a long time. I just never really went for it, I guess. It was only $5 from Chemist Warehouse, and I'm so happy I picked it up. So it looks like this. I've got it on my cheeks today. You can see the shine from it. It's so pretty. It is so, so pretty, and I'm so happy I ended up getting it, because for so long I was like, I bet you I'll love that. So it is a Silky Blush in Angel. So it's supposed to be a blush, but to be honest, it's way too shimmery to be a blush. And I just love the finish it gives on my cheeks. Like, it gives kind of like a wet type look, even though it's a powder. I love it. I'm so glad I got it. If you want to, go check it out. It's only $5. Chemist Warehouse has them. Another product I picked up recently that I've been loving as well is the Colour Tattoo 24 Hour by Maybelline, and this is in the colour Barely Branded. Now, at first, I'll admit I was a little bit disappointed, only because I haven't used these before and I don't read packaging all that well. So I didn't know that it was a metal Colour Tattoo metal. I didn't really know what metal meant, and I had a feeling it was a matte. If this was a matte colour, I think I'd like it a little better, but I've just been using it. Every single time I put on eyeshadow, I use this, and it's so, so pretty. It's like an iridescent goldy beige. I don't know if you can see that there. I feel like so many people have raved about this, and I've never really thought that it was like shimmery or anything, so I guess that's my bad. But I'm wearing it today underneath what I've got on at the moment. Yeah, you can't even see it. Like, I don't even know why I showed you, but you really can't even see it all that well. But I've really been liking that. Two more beauty products to show you guys. This one here, I always loved this one, and I only recently picked up another one because they had it in my shade, which is 100 Ivory, which is a lighter shade, and I decided, like, I'll give it a go, because the one I'm using at the moment is the Arbonne Perfecting Liquid Foundation. I use these kind of like on and off. This one's a little bit drying for my dry skin, so I started using the Wake Me Up again, and I'm in love. Like, this is always going to be my go-to foundation. I feel like I always go back to it. I go through so many bottles of this stuff, and yet for the last 6 months, I think it was, well, I bought it like probably 2 months ago, 6 months before that. I just didn't think to pick it up. I didn't think to use the one I had in my collection, which I chucked out because I only had like a tiny amount left when I went back to it. And I just love the finish. I will admit though, I always powder my foundation. I don't care like if it's a dry foundation, if it's like a matte foundation, like I always powder no matter what. So I use moisturizer underneath, and this on its own does not look good without powder, I don't think. Personally, that's just my opinion, because every time I put it on without powder, it is so glittery, and I never really noticed until I looked at it in the sun and I was like, I am Edward Cullen right now and I don't want to be. So I always powder it, but I love the finish when it is powdered, and it covers everything. It is a really good coverage foundation, sits so well on the skin. No matter what powder I use it with, it just looks really good. So I recommend it. It's pretty inexpensive. Like Rimmel always has like 50% off their products, so I would definitely go and find this and give it a go. And then last beauty product is an eyeshadow. Now I'm currently wearing this eyeshadow on my lids. I will zoom you in a minute. I love it. It's like a glittery gold, more shimmery I guess than glittery, very finely milled eyeshadow, or like a loose dust, and it looks like this. It won't do it any justice, but it's so pretty. It's called Honey Child, and it's by Napoleon Purtis. I got this for half price because our recent Napoleon Purtis counter that was at a chemist recently closed down because they're turning into a price line. So they had 50% off all Napoleon Purtis. So I got this and I love it. It is so good. I'll zoom you in so you can have a look at it on my eyeballs. So this is what it looks on my lids. It's so pretty. It's a very warm kind of goldy, bronzy, like orangey type color, and I love it so much. I'm really digging it. Yeah, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorites anyway. So a couple of extra favorites I wanted to mention. First off, I wanted to mention a food because I've been loving these, and about 6 months ago I went on a bit of a diet, basically a diet, and I drank a lot of juices, and I realized my favorite juices were the ones that didn't taste like they had any bad stuff. When I say bad stuff, I mean like good stuff like veggies and salads and whatever. The ones that tasted more like fruits than they had vegetables in them, I liked them a lot. The ones that I've recently got back into them, they sell them at Woolworths, I think. They don't sell them at Coles, I don't think. I can't remember, I'm sorry. They're called Reboot Your Life juices. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me post a... Oh, it's raining. Oh my god, it's raining. I love the rain. They have like a juice in them too. Like I think it's like a... What is it? Can't remember what it says on it. I don't have one with me to show you, but I've really been liking them, and they always have 3 for $9 on the drinks, which may come across as a bit expensive, but you're getting a lot of nutrition in the drinks, so I've really been liking them. They taste very good. They don't look that great, I'll admit, but they taste really good. Favorite YouTubers, I think these are worth mentioning because I got back from my camping trip yesterday, and I've been catching up on my YouTubers, and there's so many videos, and you know that you love someone so much, like watching them or whatever, when you go to their videos first when you come back from a trip. So Shannon from ShanXO is an obvious one. I always watch her stuff. PewDiePie, but I've always been into PewDiePie. I always go back to his stuff, and I've watched every single video of his for like the last year or so, so that was just a given, but I thought I'd mention him. And then Crystal, her username, I think it used to be a different username. I thought it was Capella Glam, but I think she changed it. It's now Crystal Conti, I think. So she's one of my favorites as well to go back to and watch her videos. she has some really good haul videos. They're my favorites, by the way. Haul videos will always be my all-time favorites. I've been loving Shani Grimmond recently, and I'll admit at first I watched her and thought maybe she was a little bit over the top, but I kind of like that about her now. Like, I love that she's always grinning in her videos and like making funny remarks. So I've been loving watching Shani Grimmond. Also, Cassie from Cloudy Apples, I love her. She is so down to earth. She also has, she's very, what's the word, truthful. She's not opinionated, like to a point where it's offensive or anything. She's just very truthful about things that are happening in our world, and I just watch her videos and I find them, they can be funny. Her boyfriend, I can't remember his name, but he is in some of them, like helping her and acting and stuff. It's really funny. And then some of them I feel like I can relate to a lot, and they're calming, and she's all about health and like natural beauty and natural health kind of stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but she is awesome. Like, you have to check her out. Like, she's awesome. I feel like out of all of them, I go back to her videos and I'm just like, wow, like I'm always blown away. Like, some of the other two YouTubers I watch, they upload the same stuff, and as much as like I do actually like their normal stuff that they upload, I do also like a bit of diversity in what people do. So Cassie from Cloudy Apples is kind of always uploading something different, so I really like that. So that's all the favourites I've had for the last few months. Let me know what you guys would like to see next as a video. If you want to see more of these, let me know. I am going to go now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!